What's going on YouTube? The Dark Lord Destro. Just laying out here in my bed, man. I'm trying to go to sleep, man. This new work schedule. Some nights working 5 at night till 3 in the morning. Other days working from 1:30 to midnight. Got my sleep all jacked up. But I figured I'd make a small little video. Just small talk, I'm in the pitch dark, Just laying in bed, got done watching some YouTube videos, some Big Play Killer and whatnot, and San Antonio something, I can't remember his screen name. Just, bored, just trying to make myself sleepy, to go to bed, go to sleep. Just want to let you guys know, if you watch my other videos, you've noticed that I've always said, like the ones about creating the 2012 Redskins and the 2013 New Orleans Saints, and how I said that once you create your 20 guys, you can use, for example, the New Orleans video where I said, if we make a Shane Graham, just use autogram and then change his position and change his height, weight, jersey number, all that stuff, and the stats to reflect the NFL kicker, and you're able to have, one more roster spot. Well, last week I did the ultimate move. What I did was I made the 2005 Washington Redskins. And the reason why I made that team was because, it made the playoffs that year. And also, the majority of the team, their names are in the game. So this is what I did. I've got 42 players on that team. Out of 42 players, 40 of them, that's right, 40 of them are either created or altered. Of course, obviously, you create your 20 guys. But what I did was I went in the same way I told you in the 2013 New Orleans Saints video, how you take autogram and change it around into, a kicker to reflect Shane Graham. I did the same thing with this team. I took it a step further. I took, like Earl Campbell, changed his stats, face mask, his appearance, and made him a backup quarterback, Jason Campbell. When you're on the field, it doesn't matter. You don't see his first name or you see his last name. You see Campbell. You see number 17. I changed him around. You see his body type change, his face mask change. I did the same thing with a few of my guys, actually a lot of them, to where really there's only 2 true generics on that team. One of them being the punter, and the other one being a backup middle linebacker. But the other 40 spots are either created from our original 20, or the other 20 is they're altered. Like there was a guy on that team named Lamar Marshall. I took Leonard Marshall, that's in the game already, just changed his position, height, weight, stats to reflect Lamar Marshall. But I took it one step further this time. What I did was I had the 2K5 roster editor on my left-hand side of my screen, and on the right-hand side I had my All-Pro editor 2K5. So what I did was I looked up the stat numbers on NFL 2K5, and majority of the guys, although granted the team is 2004 roster, but the majority of the guys on the 2005 team was on the 2004 team. All I did was match their numbers from 2K5 on the All-Pro 2K8, and it plays wonderful. It is very beautiful. When I'm playing All-Pro, the guys, they play as if I'm back playing on a 2K5. So the numbers do translate very well from 2K5 on a 2K8. Mark Brunell, of course I created him. I watched a lot of game film of him in that particular year, 2005, and I had to change his play action motion too. I kept his throwing motion the same because what happened was his throwing motion is almost similar to Dan Marino's, but he's a lefty. But what I did was I put Dan Marino's throwing motion code inside there with Mark Brunell's left arm, and animation it didn't work out because the animations is set for a right-handed quarterback, not a left-handed. So what I did was I kept his play action the same as Dan Marino's, but he has a normal throwing motion. But yes, I took 2K5 stats and numbers and applied them onto the game. And so, like I said, out of 42 roster spots, 40 of them are altered or created. And I even also expanded to where everybody knows that you're only allowed to have one fullback, to where I've got two fullbacks. Once again, I'm always trying to expand the game, trying to push the envelope of this hexing capabilities when it comes to this game. Of course, I always want to give a shout out to Coach P419. That dude's cranking out teams like crazy. I pretty much, because of him, I lost motivation of making historic teams, because he's cranking average about 5 to 10 a day one night. Give a shout out to his crew, World E 419. We'll give a shout out to Jay Machiavelli. Those dudes, man, especially Coach, they're like me, And this is a big thing, and I'm not trying to diss anyone, so I'm gonna keep the name nameless. But in my personal opinion, I'm serious about this hexing thing, and I'm serious about my teams, which means I'm serious about the uniforms. And the way I see it, I'm playing in these so-called league games, and I see uniforms that are a hot mess. I'm playing a dude with Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you might as well call them the Tampa Bay Fuccaneers, because they have brown helmet. What Buccaneers team have a brown helmet? Look like the Cleveland Browns out there. Then you got Kansas City. If you pay attention very carefully, you got the stripes on the side of their pants. They're one way on that for their home jersey, another way for the away jersey. All you gotta do is pay close attention to detail and make sure that the uniforms are on point. Now, I understand sometimes, in some cases, they don't have the right stripes for the pants, or they don't have the right stripe on the helmet. I understand that, and you gotta, make some alternative decisions on that. I understand that. But when you got the stuff in the game, but you're too daggone lazy to look in there and find it, then, we got problems. And what I'm saying is, uniforms need to be on point. If the Eagles uniform is supposed to have certain numbers, and it's in the game, it needs to be in the game. And that's just the way it is. That's real talk. Make sure your uniforms are on point, because I will Joan on you. So, give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to Allen, man. I dogged him in that one video, Miami Heat fan. I'm going to give a shout out to him. He started this league thing, just being very patient. It's just, he's been playing the game less than a year, and, he's very enthusiastic about it. And, it's going to be hard to play a game with my schedule right now, but, nevertheless, I'll support him, start out. There's non-hex league, I'm down with that. But yeah, man, just want to give a shout out to him, because, he's trying, trying something new. Once again, he's one more person in this community who's trying to extend the life of this game. I heard the other night some dude, I can't remember his name, he was saying that he was in a party. He was saying that Madden, apparently they extended the rights for one more year, so once again it won't be a 2K Sports football game this year. And even if they didn't have it, the extension, I think it's probably too soon to even have it. I think it takes a while for those games to develop. So I think, this year they won't have it. And, you figure, let's go back to 2005. That's when the Xbox came out. Xbox 360 came out. Figure All Pro didn't have a game out until July of 2007. So you look almost 2 years from the time the system came out until, 2007, they had a All Pro new football game. So you figure, the Xbox One just came out in November 2013. So I don't see 2K, if they do make a football game, if they, they do make an NFL football game, then it won't be until August of 2015. So I think that's more realistic. Just scrap this year and, focus on, making a game for next year. But, other than that, man, that's about it, man. I'm just, like I said, bored, whatnot, want to, tell everyone what's going on between, giving shout outs to certain people, making uniforms legit, making them look like the NFL, especially if it's in the game already. Talking about my 2005 team, And like I said, I'm not bragging, but I like to push the envelope. I'm thinking about doing other teams. 1982 Redskins the same way, 1987 Redskins, the same way. Making backups. If a guy's last name's the same, but his first name is different. So what? Who cares? On the back of a jersey, you see his last name, you don't see his first name. So. It's the Dark Lord, Lord Destro, sign off. Hit me up on Xbox. My gamer tag is 2 words: Dark Lord Destro, DESTRO. So hit me up. Peace. Talk to you later. Good night.